Hey guys, welcome to another video here at AregGaming. Today I thought I would do something a bit different than usual. I'm going to do a reactions video because yesterday Famitsu broke the news that Sega will be publishing a new game in the Valkyria series. It will be called Valkyria Azure Revolution, and it will be coming to the PS4 next year alongside a remaster of Valkyria Chronicles. So the remaster will be available in Japan on the 10th of February, while Valkyria Azure Revolution will be developed by Media Vision and will be available in Japan in winter 2016, so by the end of next year basically. No release date for the West was mentioned for either of the games, but we did learn some things about the new game. So we were told, we learned a few things about the setting of the game, we learned about some of the characters, and we were also told that the game will be an RPG rather than a tactical RPG. I'm not too sure how I feel about that, because one of the things that made Valkyria Chronicles so amazing was the battle system. But as long as the cast of characters and the storyline is on the same high level as Valkyria Chronicles, it doesn't really matter. I love RPGs, so if the storyline and the characters can match or even outdo the storyline in Valkyria Chronicles, then I'm all for this. It goes without saying that jumping from a tactical RPG to a normal RPG means that the game is going to change a lot. So we will see how it turns out, if it does come to the West. So speaking about Valkyria Chronicles Remaster, the original game, of course, was developed and published by Sega for the PlayStation 3. It was launched in 2008, and it didn't really do that well, because at this point the PS3 was sort of struggling. It was still a lot more expensive than the Xbox 360, and it was really lagging behind the 360. The 360 was miles ahead in terms of sales numbers. So it was sort of overlooked by most people. It was re-released last year on PC, and it did extremely well there. In the first 24 hours after its release on Steam, it reached #1 on the Steam download charts. So people clearly care about this game, and it's easy to see why, because when it launched, it received glowing praise from reviewers across the whole industry, and the fans loved it. It's sort of been like a cult hit, but I think it sort of caught on when it was re-released for the PC last year. So the game takes place in a sort of like an alternative universe Europe called Europa, during what is loosely based on World War II. And as you can see, the art style of the game is sort of like a mix between anime and water-based paintings. It's just gorgeous. It's a gorgeous looking game. So I don't really know how they're going to make the remaster look any better, because, well, with that art style I don't see how it can look better, but I suppose you can improve things like the frame rate. So Valkyria Chronicles, of course, got 2 sequels as well. Valkyria Chronicles 2 and Valkyria Chronicles 3. The problem was that Valkyria Chronicles 2 and 3 only came out on the PSP, and Valkyria Chronicles 3 only came out in Japan, so it was never localized. I would have liked this remaster to include both Valkyria Chronicles 2 and 3. I never got to play 2 or 3, of course, because I didn't own a PSP. But I think Sega is sort of looking at this, thinking, let's wait and see how Valkyria Chronicles Remaster performs first. If it does well, then we can look into remastering 2 and 3 as well. So if you played the original Valkyria Chronicles, definitely go out and support the remaster when it does come out. It should, of course, include trophies, which the original game didn't have, because it was released before Sony had the trophy system for the PSN, and Sega never bothered to go back and patch it to include trophies, which was a great shame, because I definitely would have platinumed this game. And if the remaster does come to the West, I definitely will platinum it. I think the remaster will come to the West, though, because of how it performed on the PC when it was released last year. I think it might take a couple of months, though. I think it will come out maybe 6 months or so after the Japanese release. So maybe around August or September next year. That would make sense, because you want to avoid releasing late in the autumn, because that's when all the annualized heavy hitters come out. That's when, Battlefield, Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, FIFA, Madden, stuff like that comes out. And you really don't want to release a game like this in the middle of all of that. So launching early September or in August would be perfect, because there's usually not anything going on in the gaming industry during that time. I say usually. We did see Metal Gear Solid 5 come out in September this year, of course, but normally there's not much going on at that point of time in the year. So do I think the new game will come to the West? I think, again, it depends on how the remaster performs. If the remaster sells like hotcakes, it basically sends a signal to Sega, saying that, hey, we care about these games, and we want the new game as well, and we want Valkyria Chronicles 2 and 3 to be localized and remastered here. Well, Valkyria Chronicles 2 was already localized though, but the third one. So I am definitely hyped for this. I will get Valkyria Chronicles Remastered when it comes out. If the Platinum Trophy is not insane, I'm going to go for the Platinum Trophy as well. I only really platinum games that I really, really like. Well, there are a couple of exceptions. I did platinum Final Fantasy 13, but at the time when I played it, I thought it was amazing. But I saw the light later on. So did you guys play Valkyria Chronicles or Valkyria Chronicles 2? And maybe even 3 in Japanese? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of the games. Let me know what you think of the news. Are you excited for the new game? Are you excited for the remaster? What do you think about the new game switching from being a tactical RPG to a normal RPG? And do you think the games will come to the West? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And follow me on Twitter as well. I am at AregGaming. Until next time, guys, take care.